What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back because Miss Kandi Burruss of Real Housewives of Atlanta, she did a speak on it, honey, with Shamea. Now, we know who Shamea is. Shamea is Porsha's best friend, honey. I was very taken aback, honey, by last night's Real Housewives of Atlanta. You all will get a separate review for that. But Shamea spoke out to me and made some very interesting points. But the biggest thing that stuck out to me with this interview with Shamea, we got Don Juan, his instigating ass, and some other guy, honey. You go hear him chiming in too. But the biggest thing that stuck out to me with Shamea is she is a down-ass friend, okay? She is a down-ass friend. We saw on the show that Kandi was acting very neutral about the whole Porsha may have hooked up with Bolo situation. Kandi never said, whether Porsha did or not. What happens in the dungeon stays in the dungeon. She didn't really want to talk about all of that with Kenya. Y'all remember Kenya was going around interrogating everybody, okay? So it was just interesting, though, how Kandi got with Don on like another show, and she kind of threw Porsha under the bus, in my opinion, because she said something along the lines of, well, Kenya wasn't completely lying when she said she heard noises. Now, on the show, you wasn't saying too much of nothing, Kandi, but now, you in the company of Don, Mr. Don Juan, honey, now you want to kind of spill the beans. So I'm going to play some of this, you guys, and I will be in and out with my commentary.
Okay, so, am I going to need a drink for this?
Probably.
You almost do need a drink. Oh, my Jesus. Do you need your drink? I don't know, because after hearing what y'all was...
Really?
Okay, y'all. So this episode is so much to catch up on. I mean, okay, we got to talk about the immediate episode that happened tonight.
Okay.
Shamea, this is your first time on Speak On It this season.
Yes.
Okay. Before we go too far into the episode that everybody saw tonight, I just want to get your opinion on. You've been a friend of ours for a minute,
right?
So, what do you think of the newbies on this season?
I'm not gonna lie.
Like, we got Drew, we got Fallon, we got Toya.
Honestly, I think...
Where the hell was Fallon at for the rest of the trip? I heard she flew back early. Like, what was the purpose of that, Fallon? Girl, if you go be on the show, be on the damn show. You can't be leaving early.
And fun. And that is why I automatically thought about nieces.
Don't you do it.
Are you a niece or an auntie? She said she a niece.
She started this whole auntie thing.
Depend on the day.
Y'all put down in the comments, do you feel that Brand New 715 is a niece or an auntie, or it depends? Y'all get down in the comments, and then y'all tell me if y'all are a niece or an auntie. Let me know, honey. I want to know.
Oh my goodness. It depends on the day. Some days she's super niece, and some days I'm like, no.
She give you auntie, right? You be like TT. Yeah, TT.
TT. Great
auntie. Great auntie.
Great auntie. Like Cynthia bagging that food the other day.
I like Shamea, y'all. She is so shady and funny to me.
Great auntie.
She getting on Cynthia. I remember Cynthia was packing that damn food up. Cynthia act like she ain't got her own money. Okay, what you packing up pig for to take to Mike? Girl.
Auntie though, for sure sometimes. Like that gown you had, just kind of like, look, but we gonna work on it. Because we got to get you all the way niece.
Damn. You know what? They knocking over the lamps.
I mean, they just drunk and carrying on. Is this the old lady gang talking?
Oh, she said, not the old lady gang, honey. Not the restaurants. Okay, not with Mama Joyce and her sisters, honey. That damn Shamea is shady, okay?
Bring my friend back. I don't want the aunties.
Oh, you came and showed your ass today.
I'm like, dang, but you ask. I gotta tell you, friends. Sometimes you be,
Dang. Sometimes you like,
I was excited.
yes, mistress. I was like,
what do you want me to do now?
the African princess came out like on Coming to America, whatever you like. I put it there. I was like, did you wash your hands when you put it there?
Who is your favorite?
Ooh.
Be honest now. Tell the truth and shame the devil.
I'm gonna say Drew.
I agree with you.
I like Drew a lot.
Like I hang with Drew outside of the show, even when we're not filming, because she's just.
What did I tell y'all about Drew and Porsha? We saw in last night's episode, I think Drew came to Porsha's house, I think. Those two are going to be really close. They really remind me of each other. And it's interesting to hear Shamia say that, you know, she hangs with Drew. So that's cool. I'm starting to like Drew, you guys. I don't know what is going on, but I am really starting to like Miss Drew Sidora. She need to get rid of that crazy ass husband, but other than that, I like her.
Real cool, down to earth.
Are any of y'all feeling LaToya as a newbie? Do you see her staying on the show? You know, do you see her really being a housewife, getting a peach? What do y'all think about the new girl LaToya?
Good person.
I want to hang with Fallon, but because I feel like there'll be some fun trips, you know.
Like I've seen Fallon just a smidget, like a little, and then it was kind of like, where is she? You know. So I don't know.
Because even can we say that? I'm sorry, I've thought about that. Fallon disappeared that last night for the shit.
Oh, right.
She was there, and then
I
all
told
of a sudden,
y'all.
she wasn't there.
Like she didn't even come to the back.
No.
Party, yeah.
It threw me off.
Why didn't she? What was she doing? Babysitting Kenya's daughter?
Well, no, what? What had happened?
He said babysitting Kenya's daughter. Okay, she could have been one of the people in the village, honey, that Miss Kenya claims she needs.
She actually she didn't stay at the house with us. Her husband had came out on a trip, and so they were.
I don't want to hear no shit about where Fallon was. She can stay right where she at, because I don't know her. No way. Let's get to what I want to talk about, honey.
We see the ring and the crown.
So I said, I'm a whole married woman. I was in my room.
Yeah, I said, well, damn, Shamia.
Let y'all motherfuckers know.
Shamia said she went to bed, baby.
Now, I like what Shamia says about her marriage. Let's listen to that until we get to the point that I really want to discuss.
Girl, did you see? Because they said I was in my room.
What did
Gerald watch the episode?
He's like, wow, you guys have fun. It's like, yeah, we did.
Her husband is so cool.
He is cool.
He is so cool.
So wait, did he even ask you? Were you?
No, girl, no, he knows. That's the thing. You got to get a partner that knows you.
Yeah.
And you can still be young, wild, and free, live your life, twerk, shout, flirt, have fun, whatever. Because he know. Ain't nobody finna get it but you. Like, I'm coming home to you. It's all for you. So, like, what we talk, you know what I mean? Like, even though people were spreading rumors back in the day, like, it was kind of like, we laugh at it. We're laughing at you, sir. We good over here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
No, that's like when you said that, get a partner that knows you and that allows you to be like he's not mad. Every time we're around each other, you can have twerk and he'll be like,
thank you. And it's funny because you see me doing the same shit I do, like with my girls or just by myself.
Absolutely.
With him.
And he'll be sitting on the side and he'll be like,
right, and
he's
laughing.
I love that too.
And you gotta do that because I'm not gonna fake it for anybody. I am at the point, and I really do think the person I am today in my 30s is not the same person I was in my 20s. In my 20s, it's like, oh, this guy he wants this type of woman, so let me try to be this type of a woman.
Right.
Oh yeah, I would never. You know, and now I'm just like, listen. Before we got married, I was like, this is me. He met me, I was cheering. I'm like, this is me, and listen, you take it or leave it.
Right.
And he thought it was fun. It was cute, and I was bringing him out of his shell and.
definitely brought him out his shell.
Yes. Okay, so back to the shenanigans.
Oh, shit.
Damn, I thought we was gonna go ahead and slide on past it.
Let's go back to last week.
Back to the windshield wiper.
Okay. So I know you was over here talking about me. I was saying I was an auntie, whatever. After you saw the episode from last week and you saw how they showed more information than we realized that they were going to show.
Girl.
What were you the most shocked about that they showed?
I know for me what I was, so I want to hear you.
Okay, now why you
I was gonna say, I couldn't believe that they were able to capture like the camera angles. You know, I thought we covered all the cameras up, and when you see LaToya and Porsha head go back, And it's like, damn, they really caught that. Like, how?
You know what? Because in my mind, I was trying to replay everything. I remember at first we had taped all the cameras that was in the square, but you remember it was like whatever that little area that was like where.
You guys, I already knew that they said to production to turn off all those cameras. I already knew that those cameras was gonna capture something, right? So it is what it is. What happens, honey, in the dungeon stays in the dungeon.
Why people were implying like, oh, Shamia's the one that threw Porsha.
I did almost feel that because that's what. There we go. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about exactly how it was said. So on last week's episode, they showed you go into the room with Porsha and Tanya, and basically you said to them that Kenya was implying that you said that they were implying that they had been in the room together. Well, how did I know everybody was kind of giving you a hard time
because I felt the same way. Was it something not shown? Because I didn't even think of Tanya. Yeah,
I just at the kitchen with you guys when Kenya was telling us all the tea and was like, I definitely heard Porsha's voice. She'd already said Porsha. And she was just like, and I heard.
And let's get this out of the way right now. Kenya. All I could do is shake my head. Anyways, this bitch was definitely implying that it was Porsha that messed with that stripper. Okay? She definitely was implying that on last night's episode.
Her noises and it was sound like this, and I was like, girl, what? That's why I was like, oh, they could have been watching porn or whatever.
You got people in these comments that's saying, well, Kenya never said anybody's name and it's a guilty conscience. And my whole point of this whole dungeon thing, and I'll speak more on it when I review the episode, is why are you bringing up what happened last night? Y'all was all having a good time. Why are you trying to throw people under the bus? I don't want to hear this bullshit about, oh, we need it for the show. The show was boring. No, the show was a little bit boring until they did this damn dungeon episode. And we have so much to talk about. Right? So we don't need somebody like Kenya going around interrogating everybody, being the goddamn police. Okay, you need to be the goddamn sheriff in your situation with Mark. But we will get to that when I get to the review, honey. I'm not a big fan of that. I love to have like a girls' night out and, we drink, we have a good time. Let people be grown and do them. If you don't want to do the things that they are doing, then fine. But why bring this shit up and throw it in everybody's face and try to put that person out there on shout? You don't do shit like that.
Oh, really? So then when I went in the room with them, I was like, girl, Kenya's implying that you and maybe you were in the room and
I didn't know where the Tanya implication came from.
They're saying the Tanya part.
I didn't know where Tanya came from.
Because Tanya had already said, and I don't know if they cut, but they was like, no, we were in there sleep the whole night. Remember, Tanya came in the kitchen and walked back out. She was like,
oh, she had said it in the kitchen.
In the kitchen, she already said it. Her and Porsha had already said it was understood. Everybody understood that her and Porsha spent the night together.
So what's wrong with Porsha and Tanya spending the night together and sleeping in the room together? I heard so many people in these comments on this speak on and say, well, Tanya told on herself and, Kenya never said anybody's names. This is how I know that some of y'all go a little bit too hard for her to the point where you begin to look delusional. It's the same goddamn thing with the cookie lady. And before she tried to imply that Tanya's man was cheating on her, okay? What's Tanya's man name? Paul or whatever his damn name is. Y'all remember they was all at the table. I think that was last season. Season 12, Kenya tried to put out there Tanya's man had been flirting with the cookie lady, this, that, and the third. Now, it's so funny because she does the same shit over and over again. She be wanting to put people out on blast and shit. Okay? She didn't say Tanya's name at first, but all the girls figured out that she was talking about Tanya, because I think Marlo was there, Kandi was there, Porsha was like, no, she's not talking about me. I'm looking at it like you doing the same shit this season, and it's just stupid. What is you doing?
In the room, like, just as friends, just hanging out. Because she said what we did. She said we had snacks or some shit like that. I don't know. But it was like, that was already understood.
Well, my thing is, it's like, people don't understand that a lot of the conversations that are happening that you see on camera are much longer than what you get to see. You know, they cut it down to the minute or 2 minutes that you get to see. So, from when I watched it, I was just like, okay, well, maybe we talked about that and it just didn't get shown or whatever.
Yeah,
well, clearly,
we definitely
from this week's episode, it was clear that was the other person that was in the room.
With
because
the
she admitted it. She admitted it.
Her and Porsha were in the room is what they confirmed. Tanya and Porsha, that they were in a room with Porsha. Yeah, they were.
Yeah, it was understood. Everybody understood that her and Porsha spent the night together.
Yes.
Tanya said that. Tanya said it was.
So then the question still is, where was Bolo? That's the question that everybody still asks.
The room.
I don't have no question about where was Bolo. I don't. I mind my own damn business.
They don't. Nobody knows.
Nobody said.
Nobody said. Yeah, nobody still knows where Bolo.
So the noises coming from the room were just from Tanya and Porsha alone?
Nobody has confirmed where Bolo was.
I don't know.
So what were the noises?
And here's nothing I was like, I didn't like this right here.
Come on, Shamia. Come on, bitch.
I didn't like how Marlo was like, oh, it was sex on tonight's episode. She's like, it was sex noises. Then it's like, it was sex noises. Then she's like, well, no, like a sex party. Girl.
Okay, so let's be clear.
Marlo switched. That was
Stop, and I didn't like that because I'm like,
that's what she switched up because that's what I was saying. Last week's episode, what we didn't know until we saw the episode that Kenya and Marlo had already had a conversation before they got with the group, and Marlo had admitted that she had came to the kitchen later in the night and had heard some sexual noises coming from that room.
So that was new.
But Marlo never came out and interrogated everybody the way that Kenya did. Period.
To me,
that was news to the world. It was news to me too
because the whole time she had been playing it to. Because we asked her,
she had played it to the group that she had only heard what happened in the party room. She had only heard the party. But in that scene with her and Kenya by themselves, from last week, she said that she heard the stuff that was going on in that room down the hallway.
Did feel a little shady to you?
How shady?
Like just how quickly she switched over.
Well, you know what I took from that, and I'm just gonna keep it 100. What I took from it is that her initial response from last week, that was before she was just talking about what happened, like, oh girl, yeah girl, I heard it too or whatever. But then when she got around the group, she didn't want to throw nobody under the bus. And
yeah, so she didn't though. Marlo didn't.
Like, oh yeah, well I just heard what was happening in the party with everybody. That's how I took it.
Okay, and see,
because at that point she wasn't beefing with nobody at that point.
Mm-hmm. She had just gotten her friend back.
What I'm saying is she didn't realize she had lost a friend.
Oh please, her and Kenya are not friends, just associates on this show.
Either at that time. So she wasn't trying to throw nobody under the bus at that moment.
But what I'm trying to say is she left that room and came downstairs where we were talking.
Right.
And I'm not sure if that's finna be aired or what, but when she came down to that room, she also was asking like, so I mean, what happened? Did something happen? And and was kicking it to us like she had no clue. So for me, if you're my real friend, you gonna tell me, girl, what? I think
are y'all dancing in circles right now?
I heard some noises.
Wait, hold on. You said what you mean?
So how does Marlo go to the kitchen and hear someone? I'm just trying to figure out.
Okay, see, this is the thing. I need you to start watching all the episodes.
Yeah, watch the episodes, fool.
After most people went to sleep,
okay,
Kenya claims to have allegedly come downstairs and heard sexual noises coming from a bedroom that was on the side where the hallway And she said she heard multiple voices. And she said...
And now we've discovered that Tanya was in that room.
Well, we don't know if that's the room she mentioned.
Well, see, here's the thing. There was 2 rooms on that wing. You had your room, that middle room that nobody really occupied, and then you had Porsha's room.
Yes.
But Porsha already said that was her other room.
Okay, so what I'm
She was
saying,
occupying both
if they're saying both of them were in the room together, that middle room, how we know Bolo wasn't in the other room?
We don't know.
See.
But the thing that Kenya was saying...
That's good.
Kenya was saying that she heard the male voice.
Right.
And she heard Porsha's voice. But she didn't know who the...
Child, I can't believe shit Kenya got to say, because Kenya tried to get up in the attorney's office on last night's episode and tried to make it look like Mark wanted her ass back. And then that attorney said, oh, that's interesting that you said that, he got in contact with you and he wanted to, play some songs about, wanting you back. That's interesting because he filed for divorce in New York. This is what I'm saying with y'all, girl. How do we believe anything she got to say? Because one minute, oh, we're in counseling. Oh, we're doing counseling on Zoom. We come back season 13. Y'all still separated. And then she says some bullshit. Oh, but we're trying to work it out. We're figuring out what we gonna do. Bitch, y'all been separated for longer than y'all been together. What the fuck going on? Okay, inquiring minds want to know. Okay, I cannot with her and her bullshit. But I got some more for her ass when I do the review. Y'all just stay tuned.
third voice was. That's what she was saying last week. This week on tonight's episode, Tanya says she was in the room with Porsha all night, trying to kind of like dispel what Kenya was saying. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was in the room with Porsha all night.
Right.
So the question is, okay, well,
where was Bolo?
Bolo was in my bed, honey, breaking me off something proper like, okay? Bolo was with Miss Robinson, honey, okay? All right.
That was the question.
And the other question is, was there actually anything happening in the room?
Who gives a fuck? Because y'all said that y'all wanted the cameras off, okay? Sheesh. Who cares? All right? Who cares?
So this week is the fucking bullshit.
Oh my God.
Going back home, I was surprised that Drew was very honest.
I was surprised Drew was honest too.
Drew was excited to tell her husband that she twerked on that stripper because she like, motherfucker, you leave again for 3 days. I'm going to twerk some more, and I don't blame Drew. I would have been excited to tell his hook-headed ass what I had did the whole night. Sure would have been me. I would have did it.
I love that Drew was so honest.
I like that Cynthia was honest as well with her fiance.
That was funny.
That was really.
And Mike Hill, he got a lot of nerve. This motherfucker that did all this cheating and got all these women friends. Mike, you ain't got shit to say about what I do, honey. Y'all better be lucky they ain't Miss Robinson getting married, honey, okay? But Miss Robinson ain't trying to marry no womanizer, nobody with all that history of cheating and all these female friends. That is a no, ma'am. Now, I think Mike Hill cares for Cynthia. He seems to be really into her, but child, I wasn't even on him having an opinion. Some of these men on this show, they don't have room to fucking talk about this dungeon party. All the cheating and lying they be doing. Child.
Funny thing. He's like, Mike with But what made me, I don't
Would you have said that same kind of conversation to your husband?
Oh my God, yes. He seen me like.
But would you have been like, yo, his penis was.
I backed it up and clapped it.
Yeah, would you have said all that?
Did you say that?
I would have said it. Yep, his dick is big. It's longer than yours. Y'all know Miss Robinson is petty, honey. Okay.
I would probably choose a couple different words. I'd be like, his piece, but he ain't got shit on your dick.
That's if you happy with your man, you don't say all that. But your man acting up and shit, you be like, yeah, I backed it up. Shit, his dick is bigger than yours, honey. Credit score better and everything. I was spending money, honey, with his black card.
So you saying it's your bigger mine? Oh, all right.
Yeah, his eyebrow went up at one point.
Yeah, he was not feeling
Yeah, I love that about you. See, that's what I mean. Like, it's like, listen, hey, and I still don't know where you were at.
Well, guess what? It's going to be a special episode after this where we talk to Ralph Pitt.
You were gone for 3 days.
So, I mean, everybody in America obviously want to be like, so where the hell were you, Ralph? You know, for 3 days. You know what I'm saying?
And you guys, I checked out the Speak on It with Ralph, Todd, and Don Juan. It was pretty good. But Ralph still didn't let us know where the hell his ass was at in Tampa for 3 days. So Ralph shouldn't have an issue with Drew backing that ass up. See, a lot of these men, they like to step out and do what they do, honey, but, you know, they want to make it look like, you know, the woman is the problem. She a cheater. She a liar. She wasn't cheating. Okay. It was a bachelorette party. Drew was backing that ass up. So what, Ralph? If you upset, don't nobody care about what you think. You around here moving and shit. You probably don't even have Drew's name on the damn deed for the new house. Okay. Hello. How you doing? Okay. Like, Ralph is shady, honey. So I'm all for Drew telling his ass, honey, I was all up and through on that stripper, honey. Yes, I was.
Everybody like, where the hell was you at for 3 days?
Now, I know my wife ain't let me go nowhere for 3 days, brother.
Oh, yeah, we did a men's takeover of Speak on It. And it's going to be live right after this one. So keep watching this one and stay on to see what Ralph
Then we find out Ralph's thoughts.
Yes.
You find out what Ralph was doing in Tampa.
We asked those questions.
Nope, he still don't answer.
Let's talk about how y'all shady asses sit there at that table.
Well, I didn't know that they definitely had that angle showing Bolo leaving at 7 a.m. For those people who were denying Bolo was wherever people said he was, where are they trying to say he was at?
I was wondering the same thing.
Oh, God. That was so lame.
It was fun shade.
It was fun.
And you kind of, Kandi, I don't know, you kind of flipped a little bit. Because
It was not fun shade. You was just being shady. Kandi flip-flops a lot, you guys. I've been kind of digging her, like, being neutral and shit, but you can't flip-flop with it, Kandi.
Initially was like, I plead the fifth. I'm not gonna I ain't gonna call King no liar now.
Right.
Oh God. Why you even have to say that?
Right. Why say that, Kandi? Why even say that?
Yeah, probably like you been doing.
Well, I think it's the same kind of conversation. We were having a conversation, just kind of talking. We were just talking, like, oh, okay, she was telling me, and now I'm like, well, let me tell you this, because I got to spend some more money on this car. This was information she didn't know. So we were just having a real conversation. And you know how, like,
social justice vagina?
I didn't say vagina. I said social justice snatch.
That right there.
That was bad.
As soon as he said it, I wanted to crawl under the table.
No, you didn't, Kandi. You was sitting up there laughing because Don Juan was, you know, insulting Porsha. And, you know, y'all know she out here doing social justice and the marching and stuff for Breonna Taylor and, you know.
The Porsha for real part was the best part.
What? That Bolo man know Porsha
for real.
For real.
That shit on me. Y'all over the top of me.
Sorry. Oh, the Porsha for real.
Go away.
Or Tanya was in there watching movies, so it's Tanya time. I'm not gonna lie.
Don Juan is shady as shit. What do y'all think about Don Juan? Do y'all think he should just stay out of it, honey? I think that Mr. Don Juan think that Porsha did something with old Bolo, Tanya too. What do y'all think? Do y'all believe that Porsha, Bolo, and Tanya had a threesome? How do y'all feel about that?
Watching it back, I was like, me and Porsha we were friends for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, we was friends.
And then you messed it up.
Friends were good.
I don't think it's still a bad.
No, I love Porsha, but I know because I've been on this show, and when you watch it back, you'll be like, Everybody does that. You think about it. When we watch it back, we be like, I know that was a year ago, But I don't like that. I ain't messing with you. You know what I'm saying?
Your little play on words gonna get your ass beat.
I think it was promo though.
Okay.
It was promo.
Shamia ain't with what old Don is saying, honey.
Oh my God.
I think that was still promo.
Okay, let me say this. Let me speak on it. Let me speak on it. I mean, honestly, the way I looked at it is, it's like, okay, yes, like I was definitely not trying to like be putting the business out there or anything like that. But at the end of the day, it's like when I get around Don Juan and we talk, and like I said, the conversation was much longer, and the longer we talk, the more comfortable we get. You know what I'm saying? And he's asking me questions. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna say this. You know, I'm not gonna say Kenya's a liar. She's not a liar. I mean, and don't get me wrong. Like, let's be clear. The same way Porsha is your friend, right? Kenya's my friend. Okay. And
is she, Kandi? Is she really your friend? What y'all think about the Kandi and Kenya friendship, honey? I think it's more of an alliance that, you know, is dissolving.
I'm not here to like be sitting up here co-signing and all that type of stuff. But I mean, I thought you've been doing a great job of keeping neutral.
Me too. I agree with Shamia is saying.
Yeah, up until tonight's episode. Yeah, I wasn't trying to put nobody on blast or nothing like that. Yeah, but let's be clear. I was just saying that, I mean,
she possibly could not be lying. That's what we're saying.
I didn't go into like who was doing what or anything like that.
Yeah, but it's basically out there that it was Porsha in that room with Bolo and possibly Tanya. Y'all keep saying, I don't understand how they are looking at this. Everybody that's watching this show, whether they are a fan of Porsha or not, everybody knows that Kenya implied that Porsha and Tanya fucked the stripper. Okay, whether you say names or not, it is being implied.
But I mean, could there possibly be noises or something? I don't know.
On the social justice edition.
I just can't believe,
y'all hear Don Juan? He keep bringing up Porsha's social justice.
Because you know that whole cosign from Marlo just kind of hurt me. It's kind of like, Barlow, y'all supposed to be friends at this point. Remember, you said she had.
You talking about last friend?
Just the co-signing, even at the table when the first thing was upstairs when you said she didn't realize she had lost a friend upstairs. That was one thing. But then when she came downstairs to that table and we were all sitting there eating the boil or whatever, she said, "Oh, it was like a sex party, like sex noises." It was like even Porsha was like, "Wait, what? Huh? Like you throw me under the bus a little bit."
Well, no, allegedly, because we still don't know who's in the room.
But I'm saying, she didn't say, herself was like, wait, huh?
But Marlo did not say Portia's name, though.
And here's where, and I'm going to be honest.
But you got to understand, in that moment, it was already implied that it was Porsha. That's
Thank you.
Like,
Thank you.
This is me. I don't have nothing to say. But it was already like, we all knew, we ain't stupid, we all knew that she was implying that
what I'm saying
going for Porsha the whole time at the dinner.
Right, but what I'm saying is, even when she was up in the room and they had the conversation, she just said that she did hear something. Like, everybody had,
we had never heard that. What I'm trying to say,
no, we didn't. I still didn't hear it until I watched the episode.
Exactly. So my thing is, if there's no shade underneath it, then if it's something just real casually being said or naturally, then you would just say it, right?
Right.
It's just the truth.
Right.
Like, this whole season, none of us knew nothing about her until today. Like,
well, I think
she did a whole. We still got.
And that's the part that I don't.
Pumpkin patch, and we talk about it. She do this. This whole.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, Shamia. This is what I'm saying. I feel like, to me, the fact that she did not keep repeating that she had heard the noises in the middle of the night in that hallway. To me, that showed that she wasn't trying to drag her.
It showed that messiness because she does drag her.
Because if she wanted to, she could have.
Okay, let me ask y'all something real quick. Do you feel like Marlo is being fake now that she's being, because wasn't she more or less Porsha's friend? Now she's Kenya's friend. Again, they done made up. Did you kind of get that from last night's episode that Marlo was throwing, not last night's episode, I think it was the episode before last night, where she said along with Kenya, yeah, I heard noises too. I thought it was just me, so do y'all think that was being fake? I mean, if she heard noises, she heard what she heard. Marlo heard what she heard. I don't really know if I gotta watch last night's episode again, honey, because Miss Robinson did have a few drinks when she was watching it, but I don't remember nobody but Kenya like throwing like Porsha and them under the bus. I don't even really remember Marlo doing that, but see, people are convenient friends on this show, so she may try to conveniently, agree with Kenya because they cool. That could be going on. Y'all let me know, honey, what y'all think about it. One more question for y'all. Do y'all feel that Shamea is riding a little bit too hard for her friends? I'm going to get down in the comments and see what the people is saying, honey. Let's check it out. Okay, so the first person says, SMH, poor Shamea is trying to be a great friend and ends up throwing Porsha under the bus by mistake. I do feel bad for Tanya because her name wasn't really in it until she put herself in it. They were automatically going to assume that Porsha and Tanya was in that room together. Bullshit, whether she said it or not. And Marlo didn't name anyone or allude to anyone. She just said she heard noises and then really tried to clean it up. I keep editing. Kandi, you didn't do nothing wrong. Love Porsha, but it was fun shade. And you're backing up your friend by not making her look like a liar. She could have heard noises. It's not like you're naming anyone. Shamia being so upset about it really cements that it was Porsha, which is fine. It's all fun. I feel bad for Tanya though. I hope her relationship is fine. Hell yeah, her relationship is fine. Shit, where that man Paul going? He ain't married her in 10 years. Okay, he ain't married her all this time, and I'm not saying that Paul don't care for Tanya, but what the hell can he say? He ain't really technically put a ring on it. She got an engagement ring, but you're not really married. So, child, who cares about what these men think? Okay. The next person says, Shamea acts like she could control what another person thinks. Who is she? Nobody has to cover up for Porsha because she says so. Yes, she is a good friend of Porsha, but don't try to force other people to think what you think. Also, what happened wasn't in the dungeon. It was in Portia's assigned room, allegedly. Yeah, where the cameras were not at. We got to remember that. Now, the person says, not that it really matters what Porsha did or didn't do, but Shamea didn't help Portia's case. Another person says, Kandi has every right to say what she said, because if she didn't, everybody would have assumed Kenya is a liar. Kenya is a big liar. Period. We caught her ass in the lie at the end of the episode, and I was like, see there. Okay, I don't really have a dog, honestly, you guys, in a fight. I don't care. I think where I'm coming from is, why is we even talking about who fucked who and why, and like y'all was all spreading your legs and acting whorish, and Kenya was crawling and shit trying to be all sexy for Cynthia. Who the hell cares? Okay, who the hell really cares? Now, the person says Shamea knows her friend screwed Bolo. Shamea can ride hard, really hard, all she wants. Porsha denied her the same courtesy when she was riding hard for Phaedra. That is a good point. I gotta admit that is a good point. Now, the person says y'all got auntie thing wrong. Kandi is more of a big cousin. Yes, Kandi is a big cousin. Now, the person says, Shamea, I get Porsha is your friend, but you don't have to try so hard to prove it. No one said her name, implied or not. I don't even understand why Porsha is so upset. I mean, you're grown and single if you did it. So what? It is a big deal, you guys, when you have somebody like Kenya trying to make it look like, oh, you're such a whore. Oh, you're such a freak. And I know some of y'all gonna be like, yeah, but if Porsha is gonna feel like that, she shouldn't have did nothing with Bolo. She shouldn't have been acting like that. It's a fucking bachelorette party. Everybody's having fun, being sexy, being wild. You know, you are supposed to be able to have those type of nights. That's why they told the cameras to shut down and all of that. You know, that way they could, you know, be wild and have fun. You know, like, it's a girls' night. That's what you're supposed to do. That's probably why Kenya can't keep no fucking friends or no man, because she don't know how to put a button on that shit, right? Like, she don't know how to put a lid on shit. What happens, you know, the other night is what happened. Like, be a girl, have a good time, stop turning on people, stop creating enemies out of people. You keep saying you want a goddamn village, but bitch, you're gonna be on an island by yourself because you don't know how to treat no damn body. I'm just saying, okay, make it make sense, because it's not making no damn sense. Another person says in these comments, I don't believe that Mark was ever trying to get back with Kenya. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. And I have to say, I agree with that, honey. That is the truth. Another person says, Kenya always make it seem like he wants her back, but his actions always contradicts what she says. She has lied so much about Mark, and I don't believe nothing she says. I agree. That makes Kenya lose credibility a little bit. Another person says, Mark withdrew the divorce papers the next day. He keeps doing that to her, filing, then withdrawing, like he's playing with her emotions. He ain't playing with her emotions. She know he don't want her ass. She want to use him for a storyline. Okay, that is what's going on with that. Now the person says these women are grown, and if it was going to hurt their relationship, they should not have put themselves in that position, period. You can't blame Kenya, blame your action. Y'all will defend Kenya for everything. She could fuck up like no other, and y'all will defend that bullshit. Another person says, I didn't mind Shamia at all. She was writing for her friend just like Kandi writes for Kenya. Okay, she probably went a little harder. Then Kandi goes for Kenya, but hey, I didn't mind one bit. Take up for your friend, girl. Yeah. Another person says, let's keep it funky. Why would Bolo be in a room by himself with those horn dogs when he had a car outside in a hotel room waiting for him? He wouldn't. Another person says, Shamia is annoying me. She needs to take her own advice and not speak on it, because she basically told us what we already knew. SMH, I think Porsha feels this will negatively impact her social justice efforts. Also, this doesn't help her case as far as her ex is concerned. All Porsha, I love her anyway. Who gives a fuck about Dennis? Dennis out here letting everybody suck on his damn hot dog. He up here cheating while the girl pregnant. Porsha wasn't thinking about Dennis. Porsha was trying to have a good time, honey, in the dungeon and outside the dungeon. I'm not mad at Porsha. Okay, another person says Mark was out using Kenya the whole time. I never did like him. Y'all think that Mark used Kenya? I think they used each other, honey. We see each other. Another person says the fact that Shamia is getting so defensive is an implication that it is true. Like, sis, you are going way too hard for Porsha. Okay, y'all, let's take one last comment. Another person says Porsha's body language explained it all for me on tonight's episode, especially her leaving from the table when things got heated. She knows those antenna legs and ass was up and stuck, and now it's out. Ooh, damn. Y'all wrong. Why y'all dragging Porsha like that? Porsha is single. She can do what she damn well please.
Just kept saying, oh, hell yeah, I heard the noise.
She did. She just came to the table and said sex noises.
No, she said,
sex party.
She said,
and then she cleaned it up.
She said she tried to make it seem like it was stuff that was happening.
You were when I'm watching this episode. I think it threw me off. I get when things are implied about you, but let's say it was you. They were implied about you, Shamia. I think
they have been before.
Yeah, but I think the implication and where it was going, but it wasn't said. It's like, okay, well, you're in addressing me. I kept going. But I will say, Porsha did very defensive. Was like, oh, whatever, and walked away. It was like, I would have stayed there like, girl, I'm not even paying you. Just like she did at the dinner the night before with Kenya. Keep talking. Girl, we're not even paying you no attention on what you're talking about. But it got under her skin. It definitely got under her skin at the table. She got up and walked away. And Tanya, I mean, obviously it didn't affect Tanya because Tanya was still down there eating the boil.
Oh, we don't never see Tanya again after this episode.